Medusa was once a radiant maiden. Cursed by an act of betrayal, her hair, once proudly beautiful, was transformed into venomous snakes. Her gaze, once capable of attracting admiration, became a deadly scourge, condemning any gaze to turn into stone. The myth of Medusa is closely linked to the goddess Athena. Medusa, condemned to eternal solitude where any human contact could bring death. Sadness and helplessness consumed her thoughts as she turned into a monster due to the betrayal and vengeance of the gods. Today, we unearth the details of this dark curse, from the events that led to its origin to the depths of the confrontation that sealed Medusa's fate as a mythical yet tormented figure. Subscribe right now to the channel and join us on this fascinating mythological odyssey. The famous Greek city. Poseidon and Athena disputed over who would become the patron god of this city, which would go on to become one of the most significant in Greek history. To earn the admiration and favor of the citizens, Poseidon, the god of the seas, offered the city a horse, but not just any horse. He presented the city with a horse that would be as swift and strong as his own seahorses. This gift showcased the god's intention towards the city. It would be a place of power and achievements. Athena, on the other hand, offered the olive tree, a plant from which food and oil could be extracted, demonstrating intentions of peace and prosperity for the city. Athena emerged victorious in the dispute. The city took her name, and a sanctuary was built in honor of the goddess. The city of Athens thrived, grew, and achieved remarkable feats, which made the goddess boastful and left Poseidon increasingly angered and resentful. Athena's victory won over many devotees, including women who dedicated their lives to revering and idolizing the image of the goddess, as well as tending to the magnificent sanctuary. These women took a vow of chastity to prove their loyalty to Athena, who was known as the Virgin Goddess. They became the priestesses of Athena, and among these women was a remarkably beautiful young woman named Medusa. Medusa's beauty had the power to capture the attention of everyone passing by the sanctuary. She was incredibly vain and constantly preoccupied with her attire and appearance, especially with her hair, which was said to rival even the beauty of the goddess Athena herself. Medusa's devotion further infuriated the god of the seas, as she was the daughter of two other marine entities, Phorcys and Ceto. Poseidon saw it as a betrayal for Medusa to be devoted to Athena. In addition to being beautiful, Medusa was a dedicated, helpful, and hard-working priestess, a combination that quickly elevated her to become one of the prominent figures in the temple. Medusa loved being the center of attention, always being involved in the most important rituals. In a short time, envy sprouted among the other priestesses, a situation that deeply displeased the goddess of wisdom. Athena always warned her about how vanity was a poison and that soon the purity of Medusa's soul would be consumed. But even with her vanity, the priestess Medusa kept her vow and did not allow any man to touch her. Poseidon secretly watched everything happening in the city of Athens, biding his time for revenge after his defeat. And he felt that this would be the perfect opportunity. Poseidon waited for the right moment and approached Medusa, stoking her vanity and offering the most beautiful jewels of the sea. Nevertheless, Medusa refused to let her vow be broken and resisted Poseidon. The god of the seas, once again defeated, exploded in arrogance and took Medusa right there in the sanctuary of Athena. Soon, rumors spread. The whispers among the people and the other priestesses were that Medusa had succumbed to Poseidon's advances due to the vanity of having her beauty acknowledged by a god. These rumors didn't take long to reach the knowledge of the goddess Athena, who was deeply saddened by Medusa's broken vow and felt disgust toward her uncle Poseidon for defiling the sanctuary. Athena goes to Medusa to punish her for her actions. Medusa denies to Athena what had happened, but the goddess of wisdom, recalling Medusa's vanity, doesn't believe her and punishes her by turning her beauty into a monster and her beautiful hair into snakes as venomous as the poison of vanity. Medusa was cursed to live on a remote island, far from everyone. And whenever someone looked into her eyes, they would turn into stone. She lived alone and secluded for a long time, unable to be the center of anyone's attention anymore. Gradually, travelers began to arrive on the island, and many didn't return. The story of the monster that turned everything living into stone started to spread. The hero Perseus, son of Zeus, is then tasked with defeating Medusa and freeing the people from such a terrible evil. Despite everything, Athena takes pity on Medusa's suffering and decides to assist Perseus in ending the curse and the constant death caused by people turning to stone. Encountering the hero, she offers him her assistance in the impending battle. Arriving on the island, Perseus finds 4 magical items from the gods who agreed to aid in this challenge. The first was the indestructible shield of the goddess Athena, so polished that it looked like a mirror. The second was the winged sandals of Hermes, capable of increasing the speed of whoever wears them. The third was the sword of adamantine, forged by Hephaestus, sharper than any other blade. The fourth item, and the most unusual, was Hades himself lending his helm of darkness, which grants invisibility to its wearer. Perseus doesn't have to search for long. The trail of statues leads him closer to what appears to be an ancient, abandoned structure, the entrance to Medusa's lair. Quickly, he puts on the helm of darkness, and now he becomes a mere shadow in the darkness. Upon hearing the hissing of the snakes, Perseus closes his eyes and stands still, invisible and motionless, merely waiting to discern the creature's location. When he senses it, he observes Medusa's reflection in the shield. Using the sandals of Hermes, he approaches at incredible speed, and with the sword forged by Hephaestus, he delivers a fatal blow. The snakes continue to hiss, so without opening his eyes, Perseus gropes the ground, trying to locate Medusa's head. He finds it and places it in a bag to prevent further harm. After Perseus departs, there's something he still doesn't know. Medusa was pregnant with Poseidon's child due to what had transpired. The curse prevented her from giving birth, but upon her death, everything was set free. And from her body on the ground, the winged horse Pegasus is born, the essence of Medusa's purity and a mockery of the gift that was rejected by the city. After some time, Poseidon decides to reveal the truth to Athena about what had occurred, further saddening her and thus completing his vindictive move. Athena listens, saddened and burdened by guilt over everything that happened to her loyal priestess. She places Medusa's head on her shield so she will never forget her remorse. Wisdom learns from its mistakes. To continue unraveling these mysteries, exploring the wonders of mythology, we count on you, intrepid viewer. So don't forget to leave your like, share this content with your friends, and of course, subscribe to the channel to not miss any mythological discovery. See you in the next chapters.